Hello everyone, here is Philip from Fira Digital Art, and once again I'm coming back with another video update on my project that I'm currently working for Hum3d Space Rover Challenge 2020. As you can see and as you saw in the previous updates, I finished the vehicle completely, everything from modeling to texturing, UVing, everything that is going around here. So definitely I finished the vehicle. As you saw, I really went into posting a lot of updates on what I'm doing currently, texturing this part, that part, what is going on, why I'm doing that, which color palette I'm use, a color scheme, everything. So that way I wanted to present my work, and with this video I want to summarize everything what I've done in texturing phase. This video is all about that texturing phase, and I'm gonna mention what is the next what I need to do to complete my project, because there is like 5 days left, 5 or 6, I don't know, something like that. Definitely next week, yeah, it's the deadline. Here I am inside the Substance Painter. I wanted to show you, what techniques I use, and what kind of tools I used inside Substance to create the final result. I used, I want to show you on this back part of the vehicle, as you can see. But before I start, I want to mention that what I did, I was not texturing the vehicle whole, like exporting from Maya directly to Substance, the whole vehicle, and then texture it, because that way it will be very difficult to do it, because this vehicle is very complex. I will have a lot of texture sets. As you can see, I only have one texture set. What I did, I was baking, I baked, ID colors, and then, inside of exported like one mesh that that has a single material, and the other that has all the materials from which I'm gonna bake those colors into this one, and then later separating them in layer. In these folders, I'm going to use them to separate the materials and create something like this. So as you can see, this is the inside. What I did for the inside of this back part is that I created everything with textures. As you can see, when I move the lighting, it's all height maps and all that stuff, like emissive color. I used a little bit of hard surfaces, normals. Also here, emissive color. Yeah, just painting and doing that stuff. So I created the interior, I can say, of the back part of the vehicle. As you can see, I placed this, stripes, like this is a door for the front part. And yeah, just added those small parts and details, as you can see, to make it more subtle and interesting. And from the front, nothing, just here I placed a little logo from there, and also just want to break the monotony of the inside and just added this, pattern of the metal. And at every single part what I added pattern, I use the same, like this kind of hexagons, like thing, yeah. And every single pattern on the vehicle, in the back part, on the top of here, of the bottom, and also on the front part where you have that, pattern, I always settle with one. So I didn't want it to mix them, because it's gonna look odd, and that's why I use the only one to add that, more specific and break the monotony of white color. Just add a little bit of that, unpainted metal and something like that to make it more better and look more pleasing to the eye. So basically, what I have here, as I mentioned, I baked ID colors. And I textured every single part separately, because it was easy for me. I will have less, less things here to work with, because if I exported the whole vehicle and then use the baking option with for baking the ID colors, to bake onto, I can say, the low poly mesh. In this case, is not low poly, but you know what I mean. Here in the layer viewport, it will be a complete mess. I will have like over 30 to 40, folders with the different effects and materials. It's going to be a complete mess and difficult to dive in and work on it. So I basically thought the better way is to separate them, texture them, separately, and that way I will have more organized and more viewable part for the layers, and also just using one texture set, export everything, just place it on that part, then go back to Substance, export another part, do the same thing. So pretty much back and forth process. Yeah, I wanted to show you on this. So here it is. What I've done, this white color is the dominant color in my vehicle, as you already see. So I went for this. It's not a pure white, but something. It's a little bit going to a bluish side, And also I added this kind of scratches, and also I added this kind of, like scratches through roughness, as you can see when I scrolling with the light. It gives really a nice look of a vehicle, And also I added these small surface details, like it's dirty and all that stuff, because it's an Explorer vehicle, it goes everywhere and all that kind of stuff. So basically, the base white, what I did, the very good thing about Substance is that you have all these smart materials, all these preset smart materials here, as you can see. There's a whole bunch of them. The best way to use them, and what I do in my workflow, and especially here, I go through every single one of this, because I wanted to be a metal service. I was like looking for steel, for some stained steel, something like that. I was looking what kind of materials are here. Then placed one of them, which I think is the best suited for my vehicle and which will give me the results I want. And then I work on it. And this is what I do. Here it is. I name it now. I also created a specific white material, white steel stain material from I don't know which one of this I choose. I think it was still painted or something like that. Some of these materials I used, and then I created my material. As you can see, it's here, white steel stained. So I changed the color, changed a little bit of the surface details. I added some edges, some things, So basically, you're not doing everything from scratch. You already have the base, and you just have to change it and upgrade it and get something that suits your needs. That's what I can say almost every time when I'm in Substance Painter. I almost every time use these kind of things. It really speeds up the workflow, and you get a really nice results with that, in the end. So basically, that's what I did for every single here. Also, this metal part here, what I did is just copy this white steel stain material that I already preset it, and just change its color, and you get completely different material. Maybe I, subtle the effect a little bit of wear and things. Yeah, just change that a little bit, and also add this kind of pattern. As you can see, here is the back part metal. Here it is. Here I added another, fill layer on top of it. I presetted my layer to be only on height, just a little bit of height, and and then add black mask. On the black mask, I added a generator with a hexagon branch. I presetted the hexagons to be exactly like this. And boom, you get a nice material. As you can see, very, very nice material. Preset with all this, it has scratch surface details and everything is good. So pretty much like that. And also, what I do, you have a folder. I create folder, then I go color selection. I pick color, select any of this color that I want to be presented as this material. In this case, I placed it as to be, like gray color. I said just pick it and it's gonna be placed in there. I'm not gonna do that now, you know what I mean. So that's what I did for every single part. It's easy as that. I don't know if I'm forgetting to tell you something. No, basically the other parts are black, white 2, black, white 3. I wanted to completely separate the materials. That's what I did the most times. There is a white color placed here and separated, folder with material 2, material 3, because I placed all this kind of, this little, effects with height maps and this, and I just want to separate them to be completely non-destructive. That's what I did it. If I happen to do like place on, because every single part except this is white, why would I use a couple of different folders and placing a couple of different peak colors, but it's the same color. I did that because it's non-destructive way, because I wanted to separate here only hard surface parts with a little bit of emissive, and the third part is going to be like this one and only height maps. I was just doing the non-destructive way, because later if I want to change anything, it's more easy. You have separated folders, and it's not destroying it's not destroying anything, and also it's all packed inside just one material, so you can go like crazy here. I could have go like adding black back part white, like 4 or 5 more materials to separate them, to add different stuff and things, and that way it's much more better. So that's why I did it. And in the end, you have only just one texture set. When you export it, you have just materials that you're textures that you're using just for a single material. You just connect them inside Maya, and boom, there it is. It's very easy to do that. So that's why it's good by baking those ID colors. If I happen not to bake the colors from the ID, it will be a really crazy thing, because I will have like inside Maya, I will have like 40, 50, maybe more different texture sets, and also because there are 40 to 50 more different V-Ray materials applied, and that will be a whole crazy thing. It is not going to be good, in the end, because I will have that much. I will need more memory. The render time is going to be really slow. Yeah, viewport would be dying in Maya, I think, because it is overwhelmed with a lot of textures. So basically, I will ruin my entire scene and ruin workflow, and also that kind of optimization you can do. So that's basically the thing I wanted to show you. I wanted to tell you. I pretty much done the same thing for every single part of this vehicle, whether it is front part, back part, like wheels. I did everything separated. On every single thing I baked color ID, so later I'm just gonna go create folder, pick a color, and just apply the material to the specific area of that picked color. So basically that's the workflow I used for the vehicle. Definitely want to discuss one other thing. Is what I'm going to do in the future. In the next thing I need to do is to create the environment. As I mentioned before, the environment is going to be created inside World Creator. It is the easiest and the fastest way I can do. And also, there's a whole bunch of preset textures inside World Creator, which you can, apply immediately to your scene and see what would be good for what kind of materials would be good for that kind of, scene. And also for the textures regarding the surface, the background, and everything that I'm going to create, that landscape, I'm going definitely use a little bit of Substance Designer. Definitely gonna combine some, kind of rocks and things, and also I will mix that in Alchemist with some other things like sand, something like this, some pebbles or something like that, to create that kind of, post-apocalyptic scene on Earth, but in some wastelands or something like that. At first, I thought about creating some environment like overgrown ruins with with vegetation, but because I don't have that much time and I'm short on time, I'll definitely stick to a more simpler scene, but I think more effective. Because this vehicle is going to be nicely fitted inside of this kind of environment, inside of wastelands. And that's pretty much what I'm thinking. There's not so much time. I hope I will make it. Also, as you saw on my last post, I posted the update of rendering. Yeah, I was just playing around with the lighting, as you saw. I tried a little bit of Fira volumetrics to add, like that fog or smoke, on the floor and everything. Yeah, I did everything inside Maya with V-Ray. Yeah, the render is very nice. I like the result, but that is still just test renders. Want to see if every single material is in place. Does it have good reflections? Yeah, just checking things, and also want to see how what to expect in the end. From that vehicle and everything I've done so far. I'm pretty satisfied with the results, and that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah. I I told you everything I've done for the texturing phase. This is the simple and same process for every single part that I do that I used. And also, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like my work. I hope you like my updates and what I'm doing, my workflow also. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Bye.